Hello everybody, happy Mercury Retrograde. Hey, have we buckled up enough? Well, get ready, tighten it up. So we got some stuff going on. Last night, I think it was last night, the Senate came to a vote on the government shutdown, how to open up the government again. A lot of people are not happy. Some people are happy. I think it's good that the government gets open, but I mean, do we even have a government? That's the other thing. Do we even have something in play? Whew, I don't know. So I'm happy for the federal workers if it actually gets open. And what's MAGA Mike going to do? We could look at that. I don't even think I want to. But there's a lot of news in this Mercury retrograde. So as we get into it, before I get into the news, let's just look at the energy of the week for this Mercury retrograde. What do we need to look at? What do we need to focus on? And clearly it's not the news. But what do we need to focus on so that we can be in the best position to affect change on our planet? Ooh, that's a big question. Holy crap. Wow. What do we need to know to be in the best position so we can affect change on this planet? And then I get a big old headache when I just think of that. Right there. Ow. It is not a tumor. All right. What can we do? What is the energy of this week like? What can we do to affect a positive change on the planet? What do we need to know about this day? Week. Okay, let's pull. The deck I grabbed is the Herbal Astrology deck. Okay. Yes. We need to be whipped with a horse tail. And what this card says is patience. Patience. So many of you all really know about the Herbal Astrology deck. You know about herbs and the healing properties of them. Me, not so much. That's why I have a deck of cards. The key word that pops out, patience. As we go through this Mercury retrograde, I got really upset with some of the pardons that came out overnight. Daryl Strawberry. And I went, what the hell are they pardoning Daryl Strawberry for? Now, number one, Daryl Strawberry is a baseball player. New York Mets came over to the Dodgers. I knew people who were relatives. I guess one person was a relative of Daryl Strawberry. Psychic Duck said not a relative of Daryl Strawberry. Say hello to everybody, Psychic Duck. Hello, everybody. Patience. Breathe like a duck. Breathe like a duck. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what that means. Breathe like a duck. Anyway, patience. Just let's see where things go here. Second card. Oh, I love this card. This is really pretty. Ancient Rosemary. Ancient Memories. What does that mean to you all? I mean, for me, I'm going, should it be, the way it was? I think it was the way it was before this craziness. And I'm like, no, it's even beyond that. It goes beyond what we thought we wanted. Does that make sense? Let's just keep going. Ancient memory. What does that trigger for you guys? And then the next card we get is sage. Blessing. Now, a lot of practices, we use sage for a cleansing. And so I think that there is part of that that goes with it. There's the blessing, there's the cleansing, getting our awareness clean. So as we are tapped into this negative stuff, we get all like in the yuckness of it. So we need that cleansing of sage so that we can offer a true higher purpose blessing. Patience. And then I see that cartoon with the buzzards. Patience, my ass, I want to eat something. That's not what he said. You know. All right, so let's see what we can get into. Let's see what we can get into. Here's something that just, I don't even know if this makes sense or not, but I'm going to hit pause and get a card, get a different deck of cards. But with all these pardons that Trump is spewing out, and it's interesting, he said the other day, I don't even know who this guy is, when he was pardoning the crypto guy. Well, it turned out last night that he had pardoned, and he didn't announce it, some other guy did, all of the what was it, the electors, the secondary, let me get the right term, the alternate electors. And I got this information from Joyce Vance, so she is the expert, not me. And you know, it doesn't involve the state cases that are ongoing right now, but just the federal ones. And so, okay, thank you. And so, come on. Okay, sorry about that. So, here's another message that during Mercury Retrograde during this time. So I just got a text from my brother where he lives in an apartment building and said his upstairs neighbor died of a heart attack. And it reminds me that what we are dealing with right now, we can be obsessed with it, or we can live our life in joy and harmony and dance and sing and play as much as we can. Still being aware of what's going on, still helping our neighbors as much as we can. I thought I shut that off. Okay, maybe I should restart this thing. It's going to be choppy. But as I restarted it, it was 11:33 into this. And I will do a little edit, I think, in this. Okay, let's move on. So all these pardons that Trump is throwing out, all these alternate electors, all these, the January 6th thing, all these things, and now it's coming to light that he doesn't know who he is pardoning. Is that the right word? He does not know who he is pardoning. I keep getting, and maybe it's my hopium pill, I keep getting that those pardons are going to be reversed. I don't know. Speaking of hopium, last night I got a hopium message from the Hopium newsletter. It says, now is the time to fight. Call your representatives, call your senators, make it known what you want, because this was before the Senate had announced anything. So And again, whatever that is for you. Did we, it's easy for Gavin Newsom to say, we failed. We didn't hold the line. He's got money. He's got his job. He's got income coming in. For people who don't have the income coming in, tough. So hopefully, we can get whatever government is left to us open so that I'm not afraid of change. I personally I don't like a lot of change, but I like it nice and slow. I think then we can assimilate it better than the tower moment. The tower moment is like, oh, buckle up, here we go, which we've been dealing with. So that's not something that I'm thrilled with. But let's just take a look at these pardons. Is this... Are they going to be returned? I'm using my Deviant Moon deck, so I'm not sure how much I can show you guys on this. Deviant Moon deck. It's really cool, the Deviant Moon. It is so bizarre. I can show you this. It's like, it's bizarre. The imagery is very bizarre. And then when you get into the naked pictures, some of them, they have 3 breasts, and it's nuts. It's wild. Okay. Will this be reviewed, overturned? Well, these guys go, he didn't have the right to do it. He was not doing it. It was somebody else. Okay. Yeah, the Hanged Man. I say, yeah, they're going to look at this again. They're going to take another look at this. They're going to go, no. Yeah, and it's going to create a little bit... I can show you this one. It's going to be a little bit of a worry, because how are they going to deal with this? So is it, the Supreme Court's going to have to get involved, and it's going to be like, what? What? Oh, by the way, getting back to Justice Jackson, thinking of the Supreme Court and her, she moves so fast on this thing. So the SNAP benefit, she's not waiting for the government to reopen or anything. As soon as the appeals court said, no, Trump, you still need to pay this, she took it up and said, okay, you guys need to give me the briefing by today. She said this last night, by today. And then 8 o'clock Monday morning, the other side needs to show up with what they want. So she's moving really fast on this. So, yeah, okay. Yay. It can happen. All right. Ooh. At the top of the reading, we're getting back to the pardons. At the top of the reading, I got the 4 of Swords. This is the Minor Arcana Death card. This is a rebirth card. This is an illness card, sickness card. This is being buried and having your toes separate from your feet. Why did I look at that? It's like the foundation was totally off. It was separated. It was disjointed. That wasn't Pumpkinhead doing these pardons. It was the auto pen and somebody else. That's what I'm hearing. And then we have the Knight of Cups. Calm, peaceful, bringing forth some new information. Is this the Knight in Shining Armor? So, yeah, I think it is going to be reversed. Now I want to ask how. How is this going to be? How is this going to be reversed? How is all these pardons? going to be reversed? Is it going to be because Pumpkinhead was an illegitimate president to begin with? Libby over at Meister Tarot, you see that over there? Libby over there at Meister Tarot. She did a great reading on Election Truth Alliance and what they're bringing forth and their lawsuits, and it's good. I mean, whether MAGA will start flipping, which I've always seen MAGA flip, it's just taken a lot longer than I thought, and I have to go back to the first card that I pulled today, patience. And I'm thinking, patience? You try living in this world, in this time. Patience? Breathe deep. Some of you all know where I was going to go with that, but okay. How is this going to happen? Is Pumpkinhead going to fall ill? Too late. Is Pumpkinhead going to leave the country? Speaking of leaving the country, can you believe that Tesla gave Elon Musk this pay package? It doesn't really affect me. I mean, it's just more money to another billionaire. I don't have Tesla stock. I'm not going to buy a Tesla. So does it affect me? It's just the grossness of it. Why don't you invest that money in something positive instead of giving it to another billionaire, trillionaire, whatever he is? Well. Okay, Psychic Duck, help me out. Patience. Okay, thank you. How is this going to end? How is the pardon, how are they going to be reversed? What is the method for the pardons to be reversed? I'm feeling the Supreme Court, and they're going to be Alito and Thomas. Maybe they'll both get in the RV, Thomas's RV, and go hang out at Walmart for the rest of their lives with an upside down flag. Okay, I forgot all about that. Yikes. Anyway, I think, a little dizzy there. I think they're going. They had a big ruling in the Supreme Court about gay marriage, and they're leaving it alone. And I thought, why are they leaving it alone? Oh, because there's so many Republicans who are gay that may not want that. J.D. Vance, does he want it? I wasn't saying that he was. I was just wondering if he is for. Psychic Duck is wagging its feather at me. Don't you go there. All right. How is this going to happen? How are they going to be able to turn around these pardons? How are they going to be able to turn around these pardons? What is the mechanism? What is the mechanism? Well, I hear illegitimate, and I feel two of them are leaving. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Got to be careful because I automatically just throw it up. But in this card, there is somebody that is, so they're looking at this tree that has the pentacles of abundance, of projects and things, and somebody's causing it to bleed. Okay, so what I look at this and what I feel with this, and you guys play along, pull your own cards with this. It feels like this is the pardon, this is the bleeding of Project 2025. I heard Project 2025 a lot with this, and when I think of, I go, well, it's number 7, so it's really not Project 2025, and then I look at 25, that's a 7. And I go, Danny, you're just pulling stuff out of your hopium chest. Yeah. So there's something about this, the U.S. abundance, the way that we work this, that is bleeding. And we all know this. I'm not telling you anything new. We get the 5 of Cups, the sadness. Look at that guy. I'm not listening to you. I'm talking to you. Do you hear me? I'm not listening. So there's somebody, somebody that's being lectured to. What is going on? How is this changing? What's the mechanism? The 5 of Cups, it's loss, it's sadness. There's a judgment coming. The past is strength. It used to be, I don't know, was the pardon system ever part of the strength of the U.S.? I've never really given it that much thought. I know that there was a lot of pardons that were for friends and relatives. I always thought that it should, because I'm full of opium drugs. I thought that it was always good that the governors or the president would see would review the case and see external factors that are now playing into this case that allows them to give a pardon, but not like this, not just blanket pardons. Okay, this is one I can't show you. Oops, I can't show it to you. Anyway, Queen of Wands up at the top. New information coming. New information coming. And then we have the 5 of Wands. So we have 2 5s. We get a lot of battle, a lot of sadness, a lot of conflict. We have the Knight of Swords, the Deviant Mood card being manipulated under the moonlight, secrets being revealed. We have the 7 of Swords. This is a great card. Look at that. It's like you're messing up. There's this little balance, and it could go terribly wrong. And I think it has. Final outcome, where we're going with this, full illumination. Full illumination. Can I show that? Kinda. Star of Hope. Yeah. Wow. Final card, the last 2 cards, really good. And then we get the Ace of Pentacles, a new way forward, a new path forward. So as I look at this spread here with these amazing images, we hear, we get that this system is broken. The whole spread is marinating in this judgment card. The release of something. It's being judged. The Queen of Wands is overseeing this judgment and saying, yeah, we may need a different way to do this. A lot of battling back and forth because there's going to be some people that want to keep this pardon thing, but I think they're going to add some layers to it. That if you want to do a pardon, you have to, I don't know, if it was me, you'd have to review the case. You can't have it all in secret anymore. Either way, you've got the Sun, the Star, and the Ace of Pentacles in the final outcome. What is the full illumination of the Sun, of the dancing? How is that going to happen? I think it's... I didn't get a how is it going to happen. Except secrets being revealed with the Moon card. And when I think, well, what secret? Go back to the Epstein files. That was in some of the news over the weekend too. And I didn't really watch it too much, because all the breaking news and arrows being pointed at people's head, and he said this, and they booed him, and it's like, I listened to the boos, and I went, is it a boo or is it a cheer? And then you see, no, it was a boo. Okay. Patience. Patience. So, can I look at, I guess I'm going to keep this deck for today. Let's look at the Epstein files. So this is here's where my hopium mind is going, and it's not very hopium. So Maga Mike, Moses Mike, if the government opens, he's got to swear in the representative that is going to be 218 to release the Epstein files. However, I saw something that said the Epstein files were on this unsecured server from the DOJ because they don't know what they're doing. None of these people know what they're doing. They know how to smile for the camera. Pam Bondi may know, maybe Susie Wiles may kind of have some idea, but if you look at what Pam Bondi's doing, she doesn't have a clue either of the workings of... Anyway, so she put the Epstein files, somebody put it on an unsecured server, and how many people saw it? And from what I saw on YouTube, so you can't believe it. Well, you can believe Psychic Duck, but you... Okay. They said that while some of the DOJ were reviewing the files to redact, because I've always said it's going to be heavily redacted, that some of these workers had to get up and walk around because the images were so disturbing. So, Maga Mike. Has Maga Mike, let's look at this twice. Three things. Is Maga Mike going to open up the government? Is he going to say, okay, I'm going to go along with the Senate thing? Is Maga Mike going to swear in that woman right away and let us see the Epstein files? I've always thought that they're going to come from some other source besides our government, but it could come from not the official government, but from this unsecured server release. And is Maga Mike in the Epstein files? Ew. creepy. Creepy. Let's just pull 3. Is MAGA Mike Johnson in the files as a perp? King of Wands. Strength. Knight of Swords. I don't think so. I think he is there to protect the information from coming out. I think that's what I get with that. Okay. Is MAGA Mike going to open up the government? Is MAGA Mike going to open up the government? At least hold a vote on it. So you're going to hold a vote on opening up the government. Does that look like a yes card? The abuse of power, turning around, looking behind him, sticking his tongue out. No. That's what he doesn't want to open it. But he's in a battle. 2 of Swords. Look at that guy. Oh, come on now. He's between a rock and a hard place on this. All right. The Empress shows up. The Empress shows up, and I am not getting abundance with this woman. It's kind of like here's a little gift, but it's the evil empire Empress. Page of Pentacles, 4 Cups. I think he's just going to give up and say yes. And the 10 of Swords, being stabbed in the back, being stuck. I don't think he's going to have any choice in this. I think Trump is going to say, open it. Yeah. Yeah. He doesn't want to. He wants to keep it closed. But I think Trump is going to say, open it up. Why does MAGA Mike, why does he want to keep the government closed? I mean, he follows his orders from the Great Pumpkin head patch, whatever that is. It's not that great. Halloween's over. All the pumpkins are rotting. All right. Why does MAGA Mike want to keep the government closed? Have I said this is for entertainment only? It is. Entertainment only. Why does MAGA Mike want to keep the government closed? Page of Swords. King of Swords. 4 Cups. Page of Swords, King of Swords. Page of Swords, King of Swords. Why does he want to keep it? I think he likes the power, and I'm hearing that he's getting information from other parts of the world. Is that right? Is MAGA Mike getting information from other parts of the world? From other, like Russia or Orban or something? Is MAGA Mike getting information from other parts of the world? Queen of Cups. This is not my Lotus the POTUS card. Queen of Cups. Three of Cups. That's a yes card for sure. And Strength. It feels to me, for entertainment only, that he gets his strength from other parts of the world. I don't know how that is. He tries to elicit a calmness about him, but in this card, the cup is leaking water. And I think that he's looking down, well, if this is the Strength card, you just look at that and you go, oh my gosh, he's looking down, some nasty stuff, and it's about, while he's looking down in this lizard fishy thing, the tail is wrapped around his leg and he doesn't know it. So he's like exhibiting this Strength card, but he's going to be tied to something. Okay, I don't know. Just playing. All right, that's it. I think I'm done. I just want to remind everybody: have patience, breathe, get out, do things that you really, 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 really like. Yeah, all those reallys. Don't miss one of those reallys. All right. Thank you all for watching. Peace and love.